Hello, this is Acidic Dram, and today is Thursday, June 23rd, 2022. I tried to upload a video yesterday, but it wouldn't let me, so I'll recap what I was going to say in that video first. I'm working from home today, so I'm going to be doing double duty here. So I'll be running some reports while I'm recording this video. So if I get a phone call, I'll have to stop. But anyway, so the last few days I've been thinking about Boone quite a bit, and so there was I was talking to my mom and stepdad about this place called Boyd's Dairy. In the small town of Boone, it actually had two locations, a few blocks apart from each other. One that was north of the train tracks, one that was south of the train tracks. The one south of the train tracks I always thought was in between the Boone Historical Society and Fairway. I thought it was in between those two buildings, but per my stepdad, it was across the street from Moffitt's, where the police station is now. But I can picture both, but I'm not sure which one's which. So if if anyone from that town knows, if you can send me a message here, comment on this video, or send me a message on IM. And the other one was called it was called Miller's. I think it was a five and dime store. I always thought it was on the same side as where the next door to, or a couple shops down from where the Boone Theater was. But according to my stepdad, it was across the street from the theater. But that doesn't make sense to me, because I always thought the Emporium was across the street from where the movie theater was. So anyway, if anyone, like I said, from that town is seeing this, or you can leave a comment or send me a message on IM, Instant Messenger or Instagram, whatever it's called. All right, so today I had my appointment with the nutritionist, which was pretty good. It was kind of this is going to take a while this one's not going to take a while to run. So, which was interesting. The lady was pretty cool, and she gave me quite a bit of information to follow for the procedure, and a couple of the rules that I need to follow before I need to practice before I have the surgery, and starting as soon as possible, just to get in the habits, are give me 1 second, just saving this. Yeah, it's not interesting. I'm just downloading Excel and loading it, our Excel documents, uploading them into Access, and doing cutting and paste, and using Access to extract information. So it's really interesting stuff I do here for an orphan department for a company that doesn't give two rats' asses about their employees. But that's here nor there. All right, so let's get this I can talk about that at the end of what I'm going to say. All right, so this says here is the following lists. The lists are goals that need to be completed before surgery in order to have successful results. These behavior changes need to be done before and after the surgery to avoid regaining any weight that was lost. Start practicing these strategies. 1. Eliminate carbonated beverages, sodas, and seltzers. That'll be tough. I'm a diet soda fiend. 2. Eliminate caffeine. I like coffee, but other from soda, I don't drink too much coffee. I mean, I can leave it or take it. Eliminate alcohol. I don't drink too much alcohol. I drink maybe a drink every 2 to 3 months. Although I do collect whiskeys, that's interesting. Eliminate simple sugars. Everything needs to be sugar-free. I've been doing that pretty much lately. I've been using a lot of sugar substitutes. I'm not going to do this today. I'm going to do the other one. All right, 1 second here. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I've been using like sugars that were derived from monk fruit and whatnot. So limit fried foods that have high fat condiments. Absolutely no fried foods. Um, so with that, that's not a big deal. I can switch from my cooking. I've been frying some stuff in olive oil. I can change that. I can go to air fryer. That's not a big deal. Or I can saute it, or and bake it. That's not going to be a big loss. Stop chewing gum. I don't chew gum that often. It says eat protein with each meal and snack. That's with the keto diet I've been doing. I've been eating a ton of protein, so that won't be too much of an issue. Now, this will be a. One second. Sorry, guys. Multitasking for this. If the company doesn't give a shit about me, I don't. I mean, I still care about the company and stuff, but there's no respect for long-term employees in this where I work. So anyway, I'll digress. All right, so now these are the ones that I will have to adjust to. One, take small bites. Next one, chew food at least 20 times per bite. Put the fork down after each bite and use small plates. Eat meals very slowly. Take 30 minutes to eat each meal. Stop eating when you're no longer hungry. Eat 3 meals per day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Limit snacks to 1 per day. Drink at least 60 ounces of water. Of low or no calorie drinks. Practicing sipping water. Do not eat or drink at the same time, basically, which means if you're going to eat, do not eat 30 minutes, do not drink or anything 30 minutes before you eat, and after you eat during that 30 minutes, do not drink anything until 30 minutes afterwards. So it's basically, I guess you can, so basically having a 30-minute window between drinking and eating. So they are saying that it's a 4-ounce pouch that's going to be in your that's going to be remaining in the stomach sleeve after the surgery. So 4 ounces of water per hour, but it has to be slow drinking. And then when it's mealtime, no water while eating. Let 30 minutes before you eat, don't eat anything so your stomach can clear out, so it'd be just enough room for the food. And they said that during your meal, that 4 ounces, it should be 3 ounces of it should be protein, and the other ounce should be something else. I'm not sure what else. Probably, I don't know, like greens or something. I don't know. All right, where am I? Exercise regularly. Write down what foods you eat. Identify sources of support. Note your hunger levels before eating. And it said the earlier you use these behavior modifications, the easier it will be for you to have the overall success outcome. And that's true. And I agree with that. And they're saying that they gave me a little shopping list is to pick up provitamins, multivitamin, or protein powders, multivitamins, calcium with vitamin D, vitamin B12, and iron if I need it. So they suggested picking up, you said I'll need to consume a clear liquid protein for 7 days post-surgery. Has to be the one you see above, which is Premier Protein Clear. So that will be so I'll have to pick up some of that. And then after the 7 days are done, you can transition to ready-made protein shakes. It says I will need 1 pack of clear protein and 2 packs of ready-made protein shakes. So I'll have to pick up those. Then I will need to pick up the multivitamins. The bottle has to say chewable or liquid. Do not buy gummies. Although they do have, I guess they do have chewable here. Take 1 in the morning and 1 at night. Take with food. So that will probably take up some of the 4 ounces they have. The other one is the calcium with vitamin D, although The multivitamin has calcium and vitamin D in it. It's not enough for your body. It will need after surgery. This will be to be a chewable or a liquid, and it says take 1 a day. Do not take with iron supplements. If I take iron, which I don't think I will need to. But anyway, if you're going to get B12 shots by your doctor, you do not need to buy these. If not, the bottle has to say sublingual or quick dissolve. So I have to get B12s. And the sublingual is kind of interesting. What it is either a pill that you actually insert under your tongue. It dissolves and absorbs through your tongue. There was a guy, I can't remember his name now, that always talks about sublingual vitamins, and actually you absorb 500% more of the vitamins if you do that, other than taking it orally and swallowing it. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to start trying to eliminate soda from my diet, and then I'm going to start that thing where it's, chewing, taking a half hour for meals, and also start logging my meals. So I'm going to start that habit probably, next week, of logging food and whatnot. Okay, so I have a follow-up appointment with her in a couple weeks. I think that's July 13th. So I'll look forward to that. So the next goal, or the next step that I'm aiming for, is on July 5th now, which is my appointment with my primary care physician. So that's the next goal in the surgery. Now, I'm going to complain about my job for a little bit. Like I mentioned before, I'm going to be going through some life changes, and one of this will probably be having me end up moving back to Iowa. And so I put a request in to see if I could work my job remotely from, in Iowa. But I just found out today that the company is not honoring that, because they have signed conditions with the state of New Jersey saying that they have to have asses in seats. And if they don't have it, they don't care if you worked here they don't care what your position is or how long you've been there or how integral to your company you are. They will tell you to walk. They did make a small concession saying that if I do move back to Iowa, I will be allowed to work for 4 months. So that's a small consolation, but it's not good. So that will be tough for me. I mean, I worked for this place for 20 years, and I'm coming into my own with the department that I am now. I'm actually I'm not a lead. I'm not a manager or a supervisor or anything, but I am a lead in my department, and I do lead and motivate my team, and have been implementing changes within my department, making it better workplace. And if you ask anyone on my team, they would agree, and even my manager says so. And the thing that sucks is that if our team is already waning, we're in the midst of losing 2 of our employees, due to other work conditions. But now we have 1 employee that's retiring, so that's our lead analyst, and so now we have 2 other people that have been here for 4 years, and odds are they are going to be looking for other employment. And we have a new hire, and so I'm doing my best to embrace that and bring him along. What's hard for me, though, is I've been in my current role for 12 years, and I do it so automatically. It's hard for me to see it from the point of view of a newbie. So I'm trying to slow down and teach properly. But I am a lead in that department, and even my manager told me, he goes, if I leave, he's going to end up leaving too. So the entire company is willing to sacrifice my manager, who's worked for the company for almost 40 years, and sacrifice me for working there for 20 years. And it's just going to be, I mean, the department I'm in is an orphan department. So no one really sees the value of the department we're in. But the problem is we're the ones that are we're silent. We're a silent department. If we don't do our jobs, everyone notices. But if we're doing our job, no one notices, and no one cares. But when we're not there, it's felt. So I still don't know what's going to happen, but the only thing I can be concerned about now is my surgery and making my goals to my appointments, and making sure I take the advice of the professionals that I'm going to, taking their advice and applying it to my life, and getting through the surgery. So other than that, I'm not going to be worried about anything else at this moment. So all I can do is maintain my positive attitude that I've been having and feeling good, and not worry about tomorrow. I mean, I'll be 49 this year. I'll be losing a ton of weight, so my confidence will be higher than ever after the surgery, I'm sure. And who knows where other than the surgery, where I'll be in 6 months. Who knows what's going to happen? Things could get better. Who knows? A lot of things. When I've been stuck in a rut for many years, due to self wallowing, negativity about myself and everything. And what's happened is it rubbed off on my relationships with my wife and everything, and it's like I became internalized. The other thing too is, like, even with my wife and I, we are terrible communicators. I don't bring up what's wrong with me or what I need or what's bothering me, and neither does she. So that is a bad combination for two people who don't want to talk, and they just assume that we know what's wrong with each other, or assume what we need. So I may need support one day, and I will be mad at her for not giving me support, but I didn't tell her I needed support. Same thing with her. She may have moments where, well, I know she's had moments where she's needed support and whatnot, and I am not a mind reader, and that is something I always hoisted upon my shoulders and put the blame on myself. But I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to find blame or anything. I'm just making examples of why I was in that hole, and where I've ended up where I'm at. Anyway, I'll talk about that later when it's more comfortable to talk about. But right now, the things are going great for me personally. I'm feeling a lot better. So I got banged out the one appointment. So we got more appointments coming up. My primary care physician, my therapist, and the psychological exam. Then I have the follow-up with the nutritionist, then the follow-up with the surgeon. So all I can do is keep moving forward and putting into practice the ideas and the suggestions and the habits that have been given to me from the professionals that I went to help for, to make myself better. So who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen in the next, who knows? All I'm worried about is what's happening tomorrow. Okay, this is like 19 minutes. It's going down to 20 minutes. So I'm gonna wrap it up here in a minute. But anyway, if you're interested, click on the channel information, go to the About section, and you'll see my Instagram. If you want to see what I've been cooking or what I do on more up-to-date basis, cat pictures, feel free to send me a request to follow me on Instagram. All right. So anyway, I will do my. I'll get back to work here, and I'll do another video tomorrow, and hopefully it's not as long, and I can be a little bit more brief on it. And anyway, that's great. I hope you all have a good afternoon, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right.